DeBusk.com.
Welcome back to the Frankie DeBusk Show. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers, Brian Staten.
Tusculum goes into the fourth, leading at 44-21. Let's take a look at your fourth quarter highlights, brought to you by Sodexo.
You know, Brian, we continue to mention our sponsors and the show, and we're very, very fortunate those guys support us like they do, and hopefully they all realize that it goes a long way for our program, and we're able to do a lot of things for our kids through this show and use it in recruiting and a lot of other facets. But here's our kids getting excited defensively. This is a great shot here by Brian Alexander, putting some pressure on the quarterback, and even a better play by John Perry, who's another true freshman from down in the Panhandle of Florida area there. And he's obviously his mother was at the game, and an aunt was at the game, and I think one of his former high school teachers was at the game, so it was good for John to have some success, and got a chance to hug a lot of parents after our football game on Saturday.
But another turnover for Brevard, short field for the Pioneers. 1st and 10, Cordell finds Gist. 2nd and 2, Gist for 3 yards, and then Blakely on 1st down and 10 out of Anderson County goes right off right guard, right tackle, an offensive line that gave Bo all sorts of time on the day, only sacked one time. Again, the most sacked team in the league because they obviously spend a lot of time throwing the football, but the offensive line did a great job protecting him. Calvin Britt, little slant here for 5 yards, and then Cordell just buying some time looking for the end zone.
Really does a good job not getting excited, just waiting and waiting and waiting. Don't do anything silly with the ball inside the red zone. We'll regroup and call another play, and Mark makes a good call, Bo makes a great throw, and Calvin makes a great catch, and we get another touchdown.
Calvin Britt, 2,224 receiving yards in his 39 games at Tusculum, which is 3rd most in school history. Needs just 153 yards to equal Kevin Wolcott's 2,377 he established during his tenure here from 2000 to 2003. That's his 25th touchdown catch of his career. That's already the school record. The Pioneers there lead 51-21, 7 plays, 35 yards, 2:36 off the clock. Defensively, you take back out onto the field. Crummaker with the fumble. They call the timeout, so Crummaker goes around left end for about 10 yards. Kelvin Jeter is going to be a tough kid in this league. Just a freshman, already has established the school season rushing mark at 854 yards coming into this contest with the Pioneers. Just kind of gives you a little bit of an idea about the history of Brevard. Not much there, but you see him. He's just a small kid, but he's breaking arm tackles.
Yeah, we had 5 missed tackles on that play, Brian. We've got to do a better job of getting that young man on the ground. He is athletic, very talented. They've got a few kids over there that are very, very talented, and we got to do a better job executing. But we send our Toy Slavin, our backup quarterback there on the field from Oneida, who's also a freshman, and got to do a little better job executing. I think put the ball on the ground here. We got them down. We got to find a way to hang on the ball and punt it away to them and play defense again. It's a really good play by Orlando Price. Orlando's a junior from over in Columbia, South Carolina, getting the tackle there to make us feel a little bit better about things. And our defense takes the field, and we keep we're fighting and clawing, and unfortunately they slip one out there out of the backfield and make a throw. And I know we're in control of the game, and the way things have gone, I wasn't sure it was ever going to end, but great win for the Pioneers to play at home there in front of the home crowd and find a way to get us a win. And hopefully we can take this with some momentum into the last couple of weeks and continue to get better and better and find a way to finish this thing on a positive note.
Technically, your 34th come from behind victory in your tenure at Tusculum College. I know that you kind of laugh about that. You were down 7-0, and the way this season has gone, a lot of things could have happened with your team down over just the first 5 plays of this game.
No doubt, Brian. Our kids we're not doing everything we need to do, as we talked about, for all facets of the game in all 4 quarters, and we've gotten behind early for whatever reason, and we don't get too panicky, but we got to find a way to start off a little better all the time, not just occasionally. And it's funny you bring up that come from behind win. When we went down 7-0, I started thinking, I hope this is one that Brian mentions, that we come from behind and win. But we came out and played really well and didn't let that score affect us too much, and found a way to get us a big W.
Some news and notes in this contest just so that we can get it out. I don't know what the Pioneers are going to have to do, but when they lose the toss, they're 3-0, including this game. So whether they just say, we don't even want to toss it, just you decide what we're going to do. Maybe the Pioneers can have some good fortune. Catawba and Carson Newman still to come. Bo Cordell in this game, we'll talk a little bit more about that, a record-setting game. We had a chance after the contest to speak with Bo Cordell. That's up next when the Frankie DeBusk Show continues.
The best deal in the neighborhood just got better with more to love on the 2 for $20 meal only at Applebee's. Applebee's is a proud sponsor of the Frankie DeBusk TV show and side of the Frankie DeBusk radio show. Applebee's on the bypass in Greenville. There's no place like the neighborhood.
Coach, what makes a winning team?
A winning team is individuals that are working toward one common goal.
Coach, for over 30 years, Andrew Johnson Bank has been a winning team here in Greene County. It has always been our goal to provide superior service to our customers.
Andrew Johnson Bank will never quit providing extra effort to make loyal customers in the community.
Thank you, Coach DeBusk.
Thank you, Monica. Andrew Johnson Bank scores points with friendly customer service, top-notch bank products, and convenient locations. Tusculum College and Andrew Johnson Bank are a winning team.
Sodexo, a world leader in food and facilities management services. Sodexo proudly serves Tusculum College and supports Pioneer football. Sodexo, making every day a better day.
Welcome back to the Frankie DeBusk Show. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers, Brian Staten.
Tusculum Pioneers knock off Brevard 51-35 into 4-game losing streak and a record-setting day for Bo Cordell. We had a chance after the contest to catch up with the Harlan Hill Trophy candidate.
Harlan Hill Trophy candidate Bo Cordell joins us now. Tusculum wins 51-35. Bo, first play from scrimmage, fumble. They score a touchdown, go up 7-0. You guys frantic right there? You didn't really look like you even were worried about what was going on.
No, not really. I mean, we make mistakes on offense. When you throw the ball as many times as we do, you're going to fumble, you're going to throw interceptions. But, I think we did a really great job of keeping our heads up and, came back next drive and scored. And, it's really a tribute to what we've done offensively all year.
Another game over 400 yards for you, just kind of coming run of the mill. But that's the nature of this offense, obviously. You got to be able to stop the pass. You put up big numbers, and I'm sure all week that's the first ranked defense against the pass in the league. How much does that scare you guys coming in?
It seems like every week we're playing the number 1 pass defense in the conference, and I think last week they were number 16 in the country. That really doesn't scare us. We feel like we can throw on just about anybody, and Coach Cole does a great job in getting us confident, and we know what we can do offensively, and we feel like we can throw against pretty much anybody.
7 touchdown passes today, conference tying record, school records. What does that mean for you?
Records are just something that happened in the offense, really. Corey did a great job when he was here, broke a lot of records, did all that stuff, but it seems like every quarterback that Coach Kolb has breaks records, and receivers are breaking records. Calvin broke the receiving touchdowns record, and that's just part of the offense. All I have to do is give him the ball with space, and the receivers make all the plays.
More importantly, you guys get a win. So how much of the monkey off the back syndrome do you guys have going into Catawba?
I think it helps a lot. Gets our confidence back up. We won the first 4, and if we were really confident, hopefully we can play with that kind of confidence in the last 2 games.
Bo Cordell, thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's time now to meet our offensive players of the game. Brought to you by Creekside Market, Bo Cordell, the sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, Indian Hill High School, finished 38 of 53 on the day, 408 yards with 7 touchdowns, had 5 carries for 16 yards. Cordell, 7 touchdowns, is a new school record and ties the conference record, which was established just 2 weeks ago when the Pioneers took on Newberry. Brian Ehrlich did it against the Pioneers. It is his 8th consecutive game with 400 or more yards passing, and during that span, Cordell is averaging 428.8 yards per game. He's passed for 32 touchdowns this year, which are the 2nd most in school history, 4th by a conference quarterback, and he's already established the school season records with 327 completions on 511 attempts, which is 2nd and 3rd in the league. His 3,748 passing yards so far this year are 2nd in school history and 4th in the league. Pat Aiken, the junior offensive tackle from Greenwood, South Carolina, from Greenwood High School, graded out a winner in the contest. Our Grand Rental Station Defensive Players of the Week, Terrence Smith, the junior out of Riverdale, Georgia, North Clayton High School, finished with 7 tackles, a tackle for loss, a forced fumble, and a pass breakup. On his career now in the game, going over 100 tackles for his career with 103 and now 24 tackles for loss. Rashawn Harris, the senior from Gaffney, South Carolina, out of Gaffney High School, finishing the day with 7 tackles, now has 79 tackles for his career. Our Green Coach Tour Special Teams Player of the Week, Andy Rossetti, the redshirt freshman out of Kenneth City, Florida, St. Petersburg High School. 3 punts, a 44.3-yard average, and a long of 46 with 2 inside the 20, and again did not give up a return on the day. Andy Rossetti in his last 4 games now averaging 40.7 yards a punt. and actually had a better average than the conference leader and the number 6 punter in the nation, Eric Watts, who had an average of 43.4. It's time now for our Andrew Johnson Bank Call of the Game. Deontay Gist, 60-yard touchdown reception.
As Cordell looks for more yards across the middle to Gist at the 40, 35, 30 as he breaks a tackle, 20 to the 10. It's a foot race. No one will get him. Deontay Gist with the touchdown. Pioneers take on another lead here from Pioneer Field.
We go deeper inside the numbers as Tusculum defeats Brevard 51-35. In the game, Brevard, they come in as the number 4 team in the nation rushing, number 3 in the conference, averaging 299.9 yards a game. Well, they got 299 yards on the day on 56 attempts. Tusculum 23 carries, 81 yards on the afternoon. Passing, Brevard 6 of 13 with 2 touchdowns and an interception for just 72 yards along a 45. Meanwhile, Cordell, you know the numbers, 38 of 53, 408 yards, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on this afternoon. Total offense, Brevard 69 plays, 371 yards. Tusculum 76 plays, 489 yards. Time of possession, Brevard 33 minutes, 18 seconds. Tusculum 26 minutes and 42 seconds. Third downs, Brevard was 7 of 14. Tusculum 8 of 14. And the Pioneers were 1 of 1 on fourth downs. In the red zone, the Pioneers were good, 5 of 5. Brevard was 3 for 3. And a point that we haven't brought up, point afters, Tusculum was just 6 of 7 on the afternoon. It's important because now on the year for Gareth Rowlands, that ends the longest string by a Tusculum kicker in school history, where he had hit 54 in a row. That's his first miss in 54 attempts. We're back to wrap up the show right after this when the Frankie DeBusk Show continues.
Whenever there's a project to make our community a better place to live, you'll always find our local merchants right there doing all they can to help. From sponsoring the kids' ball teams to serving barbecue at a community picnic, they're always there. Be community-minded. Shop and invest locally. Greenville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Community-minded, just like you. The best deal in the neighborhood just got better with more to love on the 2 for $20 meal only at Applebee's. Applebee's is a proud sponsor of the Frankie DeBusk TV show and side of the Frankie DeBusk radio show. Applebee's on the bypass in Greenville. There's no place like the neighborhood. Creekside Market has 3 locations in southern Greene County to serve. So while you're traveling to or from any game, stop by and pick up a Hunt Brothers Pizza for those football Friday nights or Saturday afternoons. Creekside Market just off the 107. Locations on the Asheville Highway, Camp Creek, and the Irwin Highway. Creekside Markets in Greene County.